famous blue raincoat.
Vi prøver den igjen?
Ja. The last time we saw you, you look so much older, you're famous.
Men skal vi puste det?
It's important to me to underline that this is not my project. I am a huge part of this project, but this is mostly Justy and Runner's project. They've been working non-stop, tirelessly, for over 3 years with this. They have arranged all the vocals, they have arranged the songs, they have rehearsed the songs without me, and I came into the project fairly early at the beginning, but they have done most of the legwork. They made the correct phone calls, they have made things happen, they've raised money, they've applied for money. So it's a huge ordeal, this, and my hat goes off to them. All the work really shows, I think. So I'm really proud of the twins.
Is cold, but
New York is cold,
but I like where I'm living. There's music on Clinton Street all through the evening. I hear that you're building your little house deep in the desert. You're living for nothing now.
So, day 3 has come to an end, and it's been a productive day yet again. We haven't done any live recordings today. The day has mostly been spent of doing guitar add-ons and vocal add-ons, and tomorrow is the day we're gonna do the 3 remaining songs, and those are
If It Be Your Will, Hallelujah, and
Hey, That's No Way.
Hey, That's No Way to Say Goodbye.
Yes. And
on Thursday evening, our cello player comes. Ingeborg, she will arrive on Thursday evening, and then we will have Friday and Saturday for the cello.
So the schedule so far looks really promising.
Yes.
And the music sounds really promising. We've heard through the songs right now, actually, and we're pretty pleased so far. And with so many remaining add-ons, it can only be
Even better?
Yeah, it can only be even better.
Hallelujah. I think we're on take 9.
All right, so while the twins are downstairs practicing their fiddle, I just wanted to have a quick talk about the guitars I've been using for the recording. And I've been using 2 guitars. And the first guitar is a guitar that I borrowed from a guy called Bjørn Galdal. He's the lead singer of Lady Moscow. If you watched my 𝐔𝐿𝐴 movie, you know who that is because you've seen an image of him. And this guitar is called the Banjo Killer. It's a Martin guitar from 1948. The model is called D18, and it's the same model that Hank Williams used when he was playing. It's not the same guitar, but it's the same model, and it's exceptional. He bought it from the States, got it shipped over, and it belonged to a guy called Bobby, because if you look at the resonator in a certain angle, you can see the name Bobby written. He had it engraved in the guitar, and somebody removed the letters over the course of time, but you can still see kind of the glue bit. It says Bobby. So this guitar has been used all over the world since 1948, and every time I pick it up, every time I just get this sense of this guitar has traveled so far, and right now it's in my hands in the cabin up in the mountains and are doing this project. So, and that's a great feeling, just to think about all that history and just take that emotion into the performance when we record. And it wouldn't have been the same without this guitar. So Thank you, Bjørn, for lending me the guitar. He also lent me another guitar, Ibanez nylon guitar. I haven't been using that because our technician brought Takamine Hirade Japanese nylon guitar, which has a very unique, clear sound. Also has a nice little hole there. So I've been using this for the nylon songs. It has a very distinct, crystal clear sound. So thank you, Nikolai, for bringing this one along.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Maybe I'm like... Nei, det for treg. Den for treg, den drittung å synge.
For treg?
Ja.
Jeg synes jeg går fort med.
Nei, det synes jeg ikke. Jeg vet det var det der.
Jeg kan ikke, jeg tror ikke jeg kan gå fortere.
Kan du ikke det?
Nei, om noe så må jeg gå litt senere.
Unnskyld, Oddbjørn. Det litt så filmer.
As you may have guessed, we got stuck on Hallelujah. Playing live intensely for 5 days straight started to take its toll, and everybody involved starting to be a bit edgy. Especially me. I'm really sorry, Runner. After reviewing the footage from this period in the session, I realize I'm kinda rude. Sorry. But we just couldn't nail the essence of the song Hallelujah. We did flawless takes, but there was no real emotion in it. No edge, no passion. So after the 11th take, we had to lay it to rest for a day, and had to do something completely else. After we got back to it the next day, we finally did it. And then we all cried afterwards. It was an emotional moment, and I don't think I'll forget it. Ingeborg arrived shortly after and started to record her cello parts. And as for me, struggling a bit with cabin fever, a new face into the mix did a ton of good.
We are now on day 6 of our session, and we're currently laying down the cello tracks. And it's going really, really well. We're approaching lunchtime, and we have covered 4 out of 6 songs today. I think we'll aim for 6. If we can do more, that's perfect, but 6 is our minimum goal. And we've done 4 so far, so this is really promising. And this is a part of the process that I really enjoy. It's very rewarding hearing everything come together, all the things you've thought about, but you haven't actually heard before, and it all comes and blends in just the way that you envisioned it. And that's a great feeling.
Today is the day the creative bubble bursts. It's the last day in the studio. It's the cleaning day. It's the mixing day. It's the going away from the studio day. The day the session ends. And to be honest, I would really much like to stay up here for another week, continue to work on the album, and see it all the way through. Instead, we have to do it in 2 legs. The first leg is this week up here in the studio, and then we're gonna raise some more money and do the last bit in at a place called 𝐂𝐚𝐬𝐿, which is closer to Oslo. And on that final location, we're gonna add the banjo and the double bass. The overall feeling after this week is really, really good. I think we're onto something. I think we have created something beautiful up here this week. I truly do. Really satisfied.
If it be your will, if there is a choice, let there rivers fail, let the hills rejoice. Let your mercy spill on all these burning hearts in hell. If it be your will to make us well.
And draw us near and bind us tight, all your children here in their acts of light, their acts of light, all dressed to kill and end this night, if it be your will.
Right now we're approximately halfway through listening through the record. We're 6 songs in of the 12, and I have to say there are many beautiful parts that I really enjoy. I especially like that because when Rags and Feathers are playing live, sometimes we kind of want to make music almost without touching the strings of our instruments. It's so quiet, almost you can just barely touch the strings, and if you drop a needle you can hear it, but it's still filled, it's really close, and it's so much music but it's so still, and we wanted to capture that when we went into the studio, when we started this session, and I think we have. At least on one of the songs I just heard, there is this beautiful outro. I'll play it now so you can hear it, and it's just barely touching the strings, and the violin is just squeaking a bit at the top, and I absolutely love it. I think we're onto something there, and I'm pretty sure if you drop a needle during that track, you can actually hear the needle drop, and that is something. I'm very proud of that moment. All right, let's get back to listening. Here now, right at the very end of the session, there are a bunch of people I would like to thank before I end this little vlog. And those people are Bjørn Gallal from Lady Moscow. Thank you so much for borrowing your guitars to me for the session. I really appreciate it, and it wouldn't have worked as well as it did without them. That is for sure. Also, a huge thanks to Ingeborg on the cello. You played beautiful, and I hope we can work together more in the future. Nikolai Gabriel, as a technician, he worked wonders. He's a really good friend, and I enjoy very much working with him, so I hope we can do more of that as well. I must not forget my mum and my father. They're the ones who own this cabin, which we turned into a studio for 9 days, and we ate their food and we ate their jam, and we made quite a mess. Hopefully we clean it up. Thank you so much for lending us your cabin. We greatly appreciate it. All right. And to all of you who have watched these vlogs, thank you so much. Take care, and we'll speak soon. Probably in a week. All right. Take care of each other. Snakkes. Hej.